GBZ1 here. Today's video, I'm going to talk about the PVE Tactician Build. So basically, this is the part 1 of Tactician Build. The part 2 is going to be a PvP build for Tactician. So, in this video, I'm be showing you guys all these different combination skills to use it for solo missions or if you're in a group. But anyways, let's get this started. This my gear looks like. But first, there is two types of combination in this one. First one is with Vigorous Chest Piece. If you're gonna use a combination of support healing station and turret, this is the best choice for you. And your main weapon is your Urban MDR. But if you're going just Seeker Mine and turret, switch this out to Rehabilitated Mask because this is going to be your main healing resources. Just throw grenades at you and he'll do the healing for you. But your weapons for this one is going to be any 163 that has determined, talented, and predatory. Just equip that one. You can craft that thing in crafting station. Just go all the way down if you have a blueprint that is really low. Any 182 and 163 is fine on this one. Because the only thing you need are those talented that has low requirement. As you can see, this one, the requirement is really low that it should be unlocked and nothing changed pretty much on the description on these talents. For now, for the chest piece. Chest piece major attributes is make sure it has skill haste. You can choose exotic damage resilience, but I still preferred having health over exotic damage resilience. And for minor attributes, it doesn't really matter which one you get, but make sure everything rolled as electronics on this build. One. And for your mask, you want to have a skill power, of course, for major attributes. And then, for minor attributes, since it's PvE, you want to add more damage for your weapon, so damage to elites is the best choice for it. And for the knee pads, make sure the major attributes is skill power. Remember, you can only get skill power if it's 1.6 item. If it's 1.5, you cannot roll skill power. For minor attributes, it doesn't matter which resistance you have, as long as you have that damage to elites on it. Remember, this is for PvE build only. And now let's move on to my inventive backpack. Again, the backpack you want to have is inventive because increased skill power is by 15% while at full health. So you're just gonna hide in a corner, toss your Seeker Mine or Sentry, and every time you just do that, you'll always be on full health. But if you decide to use a support healing station, either way, you still have full health with overheal. And for major attributes, of course, the skill power overall. For minor attributes, it doesn't matter which one you put. You can go ammo capacity if you want, or burn resistance, or enemy resistance, but it doesn't really matter for minor attributes. And now let's move on to my gloves. The major attributes you want to have on your gloves is make sure you have skill haste on it. Remember, you have to find in 1.6 item to recalibrate to skill haste. For other subs, you can go with enemy armor damage or health on kill, but it's really prefer which one you like. If you want more damage, you can go with critical chance and enemy armor damage, but it's really up to you which one you preferred. But make sure you have skill haste on it. Now let's move on to my holster. There's not really much to choose from. As long as you have a high electronics in this one, you'll be good to go. And of course, make sure you have skill haste on your major attributes. And now for the weapons I use for this build. The first one, if you decide to use a Seeker Mine and a Sentry, the weapon you want to use is any 163, depends which one you like. Make sure it has rolled as determined, talented, and predatory. Like I said earlier, that this one requires like no firearms or electronics. because this thing is a default requirements already, and it has the same description as the 256 description on it. So again, it's really up to you if you want to put predatory, or does it matter which one, as long as you have talented and determined on it. And the second one is MP5SC. Again, any SMG is good. This is just for your close combat, just in case like the enemy go near you. And the last one is the talent is destructive, but again, it's really up to you if you want to put something else there rather than destructive. And last thing is the urban MDR. This is gonna be your main weapon. The reason why is if you want to use a support healing station and sentry build, this is the way to go damage. Again, distance is really powerful because it's like a sniper and assault rifle combination. And now for the gear mods I use is skill power. But sometimes I still prefer having skill haste over it. I just need to craft more of it. But yeah, so skill power, if you want more skill power, of course. And if you want shorter cooldown on your skills, I still preferred skill haste. And then let's move on to the performance mod I use. I choose Seeker Mine damage because mostly I use a lot of Seeker Mines, right? But it's really up to you if you want to go with turret damage. If you decide to go with support healing station, you go put more healing station. But again, it's really up to your choices. And now for the skill abilities, I use combination. First one, if you're gonna use a damage, like Urban MDR is gonna be your main weapon, this is gonna be a good choice if you want to be a support healing with a little bit of damage to it. So support healing station, of course, right there. With of course you have to use a vigorous chest piece if you're gonna use support healing station. And then it's gonna be your main damage. It's your turret. If the enemies are far, sensor turret is the best choice over it because the turret only does a little damage comparing to this one. Does increase your damage, right? But if there's a lot of attackers like going charging at you, this is the best choice to pick. Like dragon spread. It's just for close combat. This is for long range, close combat. But again, if you want to go for close combat like a fire turret, make sure you use this one. This is a good setup already if you're just gonna use that for solo build. This one's critical save, of course, with strike back, and then this one can make your support healing station as long as you kill an enemy. It will last for 10% of duration. Imagine if your turret is like what? It can last for like 45 seconds. So every time you kill one, 10% of that 45 seconds, and that's your thing. Do that math, that one. And then for your damage is precision, this one is also gives you a pulse damage. So basically you're increasing your critical damage by hitting them in the head. And then if you're in a group, just remove this one and remove this one because of course if you're in a group, you do less damage on killing. But instead, you just remove the strike back, go combat medic, and then go for bottle body. Again, if you're using a fire turret, wildfire is the way to go. Other than that one, if you're just gonna use a sensor turret, I still prefer just using this one instead. Now, for the other build is just remove the support healing station and you go all out with Seeker Mine because this is gonna be your base main damage is Seeker Mine. This one can do insane amount of damage to NPC, especially if you're solo. And then the talent you want to use for this one is, of course, same build. Shrapnel is the good one also. And then you just want to hide, right? So basically this is like the three combination. This is like for emergency if you use a medkit, they attack you, and this one's for dick. And then you go with demolition, expert, and then chain reaction. Because this good combination will increase your explosive damage on your Seeker Mines. These are the four combination if you're gonna use a Seeker Mine and a turret. Well, that's all for this build. Hope you guys found this video useful for your future and present build. The part 2 of this build coming up soon. And this is GBZ1. This is me saying goodbye.